Hello, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last game we stopped our game on a bit of a cliffhanger, where we have to tell Sayori whether we love her or you'll always be my dearest friend. I think we're going to friend zone her, big time. As much as I do like Yuri and feel for her, we all lead separate lives. And I don't want to lead her on to thinking that I do actually like her. So she's just going to be my dearest friend. You'll always be my dearest friend, Sayori. What you need most is for things to be like they always have been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please, trust me. I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll get back to things the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Ha ha ha. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Please do. Use me as your artistic muse. And I'm sure it'll be fantastic. I'm sorry to let you down like this, Sayori, but it's the way it's got to be. We're just going to be friends. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about my stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew the whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realise that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Frankie. I trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams loudly as she can. I'm shocked that I don't know how to react. What are you doing, Sayori? Sayori looks over her shoulders and flashes me one weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that is right. But having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until the things are back the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day, if she's not dead by morning. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house and waking her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently roll it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Do not forget, banner. No problem, Yuri. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way about Natsuki, about the event. So I'm scared. I'm more excited for it to be over, so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Frankie! You're the first one here. I'm sure there's some agenda behind you. I don't know what you said to Sayori, but I'm pretty sure it was bad. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she ever slept again? That dummy. You think that all the days that's important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but suddenly remembered what Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because that was the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Ha ha ha. She'd better turn up. You should take a little responsibility for her, Frankie. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Monica, you know about that. Of course I do. I'm the club's president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell you about it that quickly? About I basically turned her down? Her confession? That makes me feel like a really bad guy here. Well, I'm the one who knows best for her, right? Yeah, it's your feelings, man. You've got to take your path and help the others at the same time. You can't just give in. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Ooh. Hey, Monica was being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Don't you judge me, Monica. Just because I didn't spend the weekend with you. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on each page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognised Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the other ones they'd performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Ah, right. Percentage by Sayori. Get out of my head. 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 Get out. You get the idea. Get out of my head. Wow, fantastic writing. English teachers hate her. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Frankie, what's wrong? Nothing. The poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls that out after me. Well, look, I'm trying. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder from Sayori. It's not a big deal for at least for me to wait for her or wake her up. Even the simplest gesture of walking to school with her makes her feel really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer. She's probably not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She's really a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I end up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Oh my god, she better be not dead. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to enter her room like this. It's kind of a breach of privacy. But she really leaves no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori. Jesus Christ! That's very graphic for a kids game. 13. Jesus Christ. Come on, get it over with, because this is awful. What the hell? What the hell indeed? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? I mean, we saw it coming, but not as graphic as that. It has to be... This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. Oh my god, Sayori. I suppressed the urge to vomit. What about the poetry? It ruined the day. I'm only kidding. Oh my god, that is awful. Just kidding. I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and everything would be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning her down her confession. That has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonised scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is all my fault. My swarming thoughts keep me telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I have just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of a relationship, then I would have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. but I still couldn't do what she needed me to do. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 And that's the end. Oh my god, that's the end of the game. Christ. That was an awful ending. I wonder what ending we would have got. What's that? I wonder what ending we would have got if it was, if we'd fallen in love with, Sayuri. If it... Oh. Oh! I've just noticed the main screen has just got rid of Sayuri and replaced it with, like a mix of all three girls. Oh, that's awful. I don't want to click a new game until in case it gets rid of Sayuri altogether. But we will come back. So what I realised was that we've come to a point where I've not actually saved the game. So I'll carry on a little bit. I've had a cup of tea, a bit of a chill down after that nightmarish image. I will not sleep tonight. That was god awful. So we'll go for another 10 minutes. See if we can new game plus. I don't know how different it's going to be if Sayuri's in it or not. Brilliant. So it did start with Sayuri to begin with, and now it's loads of code. I see an annoying girl running towards me at the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw herself. That is my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of the friend you would never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works because you've known each other so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but frequently around school she would oversleep more and frequently, and I would end up waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswork and let catch up to me. Oh my god. Wow, this is great. Oh. It's an ordinary school day. Like no other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Me and Sayuri always walk to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I met some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content by getting some average while spending my free time on games and anime. So we're going to join the literature club on our own back, because Sayuri isn't there. There's always an anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I have to pack up my things. I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be the way of too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Frankie? Oh, hello, Monica. Monica? I'm pretty sure Sayuri was the one to speak to us last time as well. Monica, oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. We've rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics that are in major clubs. It feels nothing but arguing about budget and publicity about how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something personally I enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Ha ha ha. It's kind of embarrassing, but there was only 3 of us. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. It's dead weird without Sayuri being in it. I mean, one of my members even keeps a manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? That's Natsuki. Yeah, it's funny, right? She's always interested in says manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Frankie, by any chance are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you would do me a big favour? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at least visit my club, and it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how can I ever refuse someone like Monica, even though she was the most boring one last time? We didn't even get anywhere with Yuri. I'm fuming about that. Gosh. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Frankie, you know that. It's, nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly followed Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year class activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Hey, a guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Frankie. All words escape me in this situation. This club. It's full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with a sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognise. Her small figure makes me she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, Vice President. It is nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comfortably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yes, it's nice to meet you both. So I ran into Frankie in the classroom and decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget, but I happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yes, that would be great. Why don't you come and sit down, Frankie? The girls have a few desks around to form a table. Yuri walks into the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take the seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As the president of the literature club, it's my duty to make sure the club is fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club up. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we can graduate. I wonder if we ever get to the actual festival. Or it's just endless endless loop of terrible events. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacups in front of each other before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? A nice cup of tea helps me calm down after certain events. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not true. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be my pastime, but the least we can do is enjoy the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Frankie, what things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly pops up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that feel deep in complex fantasy world. It's really repetitive because we've already read this sort of stuff. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling good stories in a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on to clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up to find a comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physiological elements usually immerse me in as well. Isn't it amazing how writing is so deliberate to take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Yes. Because that's what you've done. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once, just so we grasp some things that I can relate to on a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to the world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only you prefer brief moments. And this has gone full circle, and it's a moment's realization. Because we've read this surreal horror without even realising it. It's got to that moment where it's made us think about our friends, check on your friends, especially during these hard times. And I can now save it, so I'm going to save it there. I don't want to delve too much into it. But yeah, thank you for watching once again. Have a nice day.